Hello, welcome back to Bottom. My name is Beast. Today we're back with Kakenuke Seishun Sparking. Maybe wondering, Ayo, Beast, what the fuck's the recording today? The answer to that is, I got bored. I just straight up got bored. I had work from like 11 to 3, and that was because in fact, I was supposed to work from 10 to 4 to 2, but fucked up. I thought I had a shift later, and so I started an hour late. But I still got done like at 3, and for some reason I wasn't tired anymore after work. Because I thought that because before work, my mother told me, okay, we're gonna go somewhere after this because my e-scooter is back from repairs and we need to go fetch that. And my mother was like, I don't want to have to deal with that while also dealing with work, so we're just gonna go get that after you're done with work. So I got back, took a cold shower, drank drank a whole fucking cup of gamer sups, and suddenly she said, "Nah, I don't want to after all. Actually, we'll go sometime next week." And I just sit there like, "Okay, I'm completely awake now, even though I wanted to take a nap again. So I guess fuck me." So I went down here, played a little bit of Abiotic Factor, but Abiotic Factor on my own is something I cannot endure for more than 2 hours at a time. Maybe even just an hour and a half. So I proceeded to come back, and so I proceeded to stop at 8, and now here I sit. Anyways, that woman didn't so much as turn back. I learned that we'd been abandoned half a year later. At the time, I was utterly powerless. Ritsu and I were left anxious and alone. Then one day, a young woman with similar features appeared. She spoke to me. It was just like the first time we had met. I'll show you some wonders right here and now.
ちょっと、ゆう、ゆうったら、ゆう、起きて、起きてよ。こんなところで寝てたら熱中症になるわよ。
Hibiki's face appeared in my vaguely blurry view. My ally, my childhood friend, was there. I was relieved from the bottom of my heart. Hibiki, huh?
響か、じゃないわよ。全然教室に戻ってこないから探してみたら、こんな日陰でもないところで寝てるなんて。調子悪いならすぐ行ってよ。あんたが病気になったら、律はもちろん私たちだって悲しむのよ。
Hibiki scolded me in a tone more serious than a usual one. Sorry. Genuinely apologize.
ゆう、なんかいつもと違うわね。本当に大丈夫
Yeah, I'm fine. Just a little out of it.
ならいいけど。
Like, I will say that there is one singular hope for Hibiki. Like, someone made a point that I'm not refuting that. She is doing the quote-unquote right thing in some regards. Yes, the main character is too absorbed with his studies and work, and is actively not only stretching himself too thin, like when it comes to his health, but he's also essentially squandering all the time he can use on himself. Because turns out being able to interact with people his age and play around is something good because it gives you more fucking perspective in life. My issue is that she's being too forceful about it, in my opinion. And there is a hope that once she finds out that his parents are fucking gone, left him and Ritsu, that she's going to go about it more sensibly, and at that point I will say she's improving as a character. Will she be as good at a Sadidi? Who knows? Anyways.
それに、謝られるようなことじゃないんだから。はい、水分取って。すぐこれ飲んで。
Hibiki sat down and offered me a bottle of Apocari. Say, Hibiki.
何よ。
Appreciate it, but isn't a 2 liter a bit too big? It's actually borderline distressing.
少ないより多い方がいいでしょ。私も飲むし。
They're gonna take turns drinking from it?
まさか関節キスとか今更気にするの？
I'm not.
関節キスでドキドキしちゃう響ちゃんを期待しちゃった？
Like I said, that's not it.
ほら、すぐ飲むの。
He shoved the bottle in my hands. I opened the cap, hoisted up the massive bottle, and gulped down its contents. Heavy. It was ridiculously difficult to drink as I'd expected.
貸して。次私。
It's heavy. You want me to prop it up?
それくらい自分でできるわ。舐めないでよね。うりゃ。
She lifted with a battle cry.
こぼれた。
I thought that would happen. Be so stubborn sometimes. Hibiki hadn't changed a bit from when we first met.
しみるわね。
I had a drink from the now roughly half-empty bottle. His uniform was wet and her bra was showing through her shirt. Pink, huh? Not good. Form is emptiness, emptiness is form. After that chant to desperately shake off my worldly desires. That girl was my friend, my precious first friend. I wouldn't look at her with wicked eyes, not even for an instant.
ねえ、ユウ。
What's up? Tried my hardest not to look at Hibiki's chest when I answered her.
ちょっと、どうして目をそらすのよ。
She grabbed my cheeks and forced me to look back at her. Her face was close.
答えて。どうして？
Lost myself in her intense gaze.
はあ、さては。
What is it?
私の可愛さにようやく気づいて照れてたのね。
What?
まさか本当に？
No!
じゃあ何が違うっていうの？はっきり言ってよ。じゃなきゃ話さないわ。
She left me no choice. Listen, Hibiki.
何？
I can see your bra through your shirt. She whipped her hands in a panic to cover herself.
このバカ！
Wait, there was nothing I could do with it if they were visible.
最低、変態、童貞！せっかく私が熱中症から助けてあげたのに、ユウはそんなエッチなこと考えてたなんて。
I wish she'd just put those thoughts in my head. I wish she'd say she put those thoughts in my head.
女の子に対してデリカシー足りないんじゃない？
That's because nothing like that's ever been relevant to me.
何それ？
Like you said, I've got zero tact. I'll leave it at that.
私だから許してあげるけど、他の子だったら速攻刑務所行きよ。
Hold on a second, that's too hefty a sentence, no matter how you look at it. Although I did think I got to see some kinda nice.
もう、何言おうとしてたんだっけ？
There's no way I would know. One massive yawn.
あ、それよ。ユウ、あんた無理しすぎ。
Where's this coming from all of a sudden?
昨日、何時に寝たの？
Last night? If I recalled... of course I got home a little after 11 last night.
嘘つかないで。
I'm not lying.
あんた、嘘ついてるときは、もちろんっていう癖あるの知ってるんだけど。
Wait? For real? Never realized.
まったく、私にまで強がらなくてもいいのに。意地っぱり、頑固者。
You're being awfully harsh.
さっきあんた寝言でさ、ごめんなさいって何度も繰り返してたわよ。
I did. I was probably apologizing to my stepfather in my dream again. I was still dragging that way around with me.
どんな夢見てたのよ。
Dream of a long time ago. Yeah, ages back.
そう。
Felt like Hibiki's tone dropped faintly. Silence falls between us for a while. I could tell that Hibiki, who normally pushed everyone around, was being considerate of me. And I certainly didn't mind it. A special atmosphere between Hibiki and I, just for us childhood friends.
ユウ、もう少し肩の力抜きなさいよ。
Hibiki broke the silence.
ここまであんたすごく頑張ったじゃん。律の面倒を見て、成績も学年10位以内で小学生になって、遊んでばっかだったユウが全然遊ばなくなって頑張ったじゃん。
It wasn't a usual cheerful, pushy self. She was serious.
事情はわかるけど、今のあんた、私見てらんない。
You see, this is the right approach. If she was like this more often, I wouldn't mind her. But she is not. At least not right now.
少しくらい楽しいことしたっていいじゃん。私と一緒にいる時くらい昔に戻ったっていいじゃん。前みたいに私と遊ぼう。
Hibiki took my hand. I'm sorry. I couldn't take her hand in return.
どうしてよ。あんたは昔から人の気持ちがすぐ分かったわよね。
I did dabble in mind reading. It really wasn't like that. I just made it through life by being the most observant person in the room.
私がどうしてアクティブなんて作ったかも本当は分かってるんでしょ。
I do. Also more or less understand why you transferred here. Hibiki had previously attended a famous private academy. It would have been far better for her future prospects than if she had come to our academy. If she had come here, then it was because...
だったら答えてよ。私の気持ちに応えてほしいのよ、ユウ。
Couldn't say anything. I'd expected her to be so bold. So I knew how Hibiki felt, but I'm sorry, Shirley. All I could do was apologize.
謝らないでよ。
I'm sorry.
ユウ、私もっとあんたと一緒にいたいのよ。
Okay, like the more I'm playing this, the more it is 100% Hibiki that's going to be the Baho moment, probably.
昔みたいに。
I'm sorry.
このバカ幼馴染。
Hibiki squeezed my hand hard, so tightly that it hurt. What was I doing? I went so far as to reject my precious childhood friend's plea. Was it atonement to my stepfather? Maybe it was revenge on that woman. Hibiki, time's up. I was well for third period. I stood up, took Hibiki's hand. We're not talking about this anymore.
でも
Never mind, please let this be the end of it.
今日のところは勘弁してあげるわ。
Hibiki snorted at me. That's it, that's the usual puzzling, condescending attitude of yours. That's what makes you my one and only audacious childhood friend.
あんたね。
Crap, but I got too carried away.
ユウ、あんたに一ついいことを教えてあげるわ。
What's that?
人はね、
Just then, she briefly straightened up.
過去も未来も気にしちゃダメなのよ。
What?
過去は過ぎ去ったの。もう終わったこと。そして未来は永遠に来ないの。だから放置で OK よ。
No, the future comes faster than you think. Once you go to sleep at night, you wake up to tomorrow.
違うわ。その時はすでに今日になってるの。明日じゃないの。
Yeah, and tomorrow's problems are your problems today then. I get the point she's trying to make, but at the same time, it is like she is entirely ignoring the fact that, you know, you can fuck up your future in the now and here, in the here and now.
人は今しか、この瞬間にしか生きられないのよ。
Yes, but you can make your future a living hell.
だからあんたは今を全力で青春すればいいの。あんまり先のこと考えすぎないの。わかった？
Hibiki gave me a firm smack on the back. That theory's nonsense. Come on. Some extreme far-fetched logic. But if I had to say, it did sound like Hibiki. I grinned, albeit wryly.
は、やっと笑ったわね。そう、笑いなさい、ユウ。さあ、教室戻るわよ。
Hibiki pushed me on the back. Well, it's the same though. What do we do about this bottle? There's nearly a liter left.
当然、ユウが全部飲むのよ。ユウのために買ってきたんだからね。
Seriously? I reluctantly took another drink out of the bottle that Hibiki had forced onto me. It had a faintly sweet taste. I don't think they're supposed to be.
それでね、お父さんが最近やたらうるさいのよ。
Oh no. Lunch break. Before us, we're having lunch together again.
ちゃんと勉強してるかとか、変な友達と付き合ってないかとか。それは小日向さんを心配してるんですよ。あまり邪険にはしないであげてください。
そうだぞ。小日向は危なっかしいからな。
そんなことないわよ。ねえユウ。ちょっとユウ、 さっきからちゃんと聞いてる？
おい、ユウ。
遠野くん、お弁当食べながら眠ってるんですけど。
器用なやつだな。
ああ、もうこぼしちゃって。起きなさい、ユウ。
What? I woke up to the feeling of someone lightly patting my cheeks. Hibiki was touching them. What are you doing, Hibiki?
あんたがまた寝てるから起こしてあげたんでしょ？
Oh, Dad, sorry, because I lost focus once lunch started. I shook my head to drive away the drowsiness.
あ、遠野くん、ご飯こぼしちゃってますよ。
Huh? Kashima plucked up a piece of rice that had fallen onto my uniform. She brought it to her mouth and gobbled it
あ
up.
ー、ずるい。何がですか？ちょっとユウ、もう一回ご飯粒こぼして。
Why here annoying? Need to go to the barber. Why?
今の、私もやりたいのよ。
It was another day of Hibiki being as nonsensical as ever.
お前、バイトと勉強頑張りすぎだろ。ほどほどにしろって、俺があれほど言ってんのに。
Shinji followed up his comment with a sigh. Need to cover living expenses. Besides, final exams are coming up. I just wanted to focus on studying during the testing period. Since exams were coming up, I had to take every shift I could get.
遠野くんならそんなに無理しなくてもいい成績を取れそうですけど。
Can't be satisfied with just getting good grades. I had to defend my place in the top 10 of my year. Otherwise, I could risk losing my scholarship.
遠野くん、成績はもちろん大切ですが、健康はもっと大切なんですよ。
I'm alright, really. I've even set a record of pulling 3 all-nighters in a row at my best. I was proud of that.
あんたは締め切り前の漫画家か。
I mean, essentially he is. This is his livelihood, essentially.
大丈夫の意味がわかりません。
I have a good deal of confidence in my stamina.
そういう人がコロッと病気になるのよ。そうです。ちゃんと休息を取ってください。
It's fine, everything will be fine.
私、ユウのこと本当に心配なのに。
Not bad about making her worry so much. Yeah, we'll go to bed a little early tonight.
ご連絡いたします。2年3組の遠野優くん。2年3組の遠野優くん。至急職員室までお越しください。
What? The chopsticks froze in midair when my name was called.
今の放送、遠野くんを呼んでましたよね。
確かにユウの名前だったな。クラスもうちのクラスだし。
ユウ、あんた何をしでかしたのよ。
All three of them, though everyone in the classroom had their eyes on me. Wait a second, I haven't done anything to feel guilty about. Nothing comes to mind, I'm innocent. Frankly, explained myself.
ペットボトルロケットで騒動を起こしたじゃん。
If that were it, it applied to you too. Was that primary offender? What was the primary offender
追加でご連
saying?
絡いたします。同じく2年3組の小日向響さんも職員室にお願いします。
And then Hibiki was also
小
became
日向
involved.
さんまで。
何やったんだよ。
私だって何も心当たりはないわよ。
Nah, you've pulled plenty in the active since you transferred. Like setting off fireworks on a school roof, or holding a rock concert in the gym without permission. Scandals on par with the bottle rockets the other day were everyday occurrences. Vicky, the time you always knew would come has arrived. Amen. But man's together and prayed from a childhood friend.
自分だって呼び出されてるくせに。どうしてよ。みんなで楽しく遊んだだけじゃない。
Vicky puffed up her cheeks.
遊ぶのはいいが、小日向は周囲を巻き込みすぎだからな。
そうですよ、小日向さん。アクティブはこれを機に自粛すべきです。くぬぬ。やはり活動というのは世のため人のために。
Kashima took this as a perfect opportunity to eloquently state her opinion, but
すみません。まだ
or she is out.
お知らせがありました。同じく2年3組の鹿島リリさんも職員室にお越しください。
This broadcast club member sucks. They were handed like a sheet of paper, like, call these students. Oh, whoops, my finger was over that one. Oh, whoops, my finger was over that one.
以上です。どうしてですか？
The president panicked and looked up at the speaker over the blackboard. Naturally, the speaker didn't respond.
鹿島さん、これで私と同じね。あんたも何かやらかしたのよ。
Hibiki was absolutely over the moon. What's your child? She called you down too.
マジか、委員長。
おかしいです。全く心当たりがありません。
Yeah, I doubt you've done anything either. The negative, that the volunteer collective did things like school cleanups and whatnot. They were often praised for their efforts and shouldn't have any reason to be called to the staff room.
どうしましょう。
Maybe it's not to chew them out for something. You know? That's no good to worry about it. All three of us should go together. We won't get anywhere without knowing the reason.
そうね。それに悪い話とは限んないし。もしかしたら褒めてもらえるのかもよ。
That possibility flew out the window the second your name was called.
ですよね。なんでよ。
This background, I know this is not 100% not the case, but this background, it just looks like the fucking hallway in Furukawa. Either I'm going insane, or it just looks like that, 100%. God damn it. However the case may be, the three of us headed to the staff room together.
来たわね。悪いわね。急に呼び出して。
Our homeroom Our homeroom creature! Our homeroom teacher, Nita, came out from the staff
大事な
room.
ことだから、なるべく早く伝えたくて、ちょっとこっちに来てもらえるかしら。
She had apparently been the one to call us here.
どうぞ。
Excuse me?
どうも。失礼します。そこに座ってちょうだい。
Everyone silently took their seats as prompted.
先生、早速ですけど、大事なお話というのは。うん、私も早く聞きたい。
The two girls were being hasty. Watch carefully, effectively taking a back seat to these
わかった
proceedings.
わ。小日向さん、鹿島さん、1学期いっぱいで、行動部とボランティア部、
Oh, an entire first term is already gone.
どちらの部も廃部になるわ。
Number of club members.
どうして？
Hibiki and Kashima both stood up and closed in on
ごめん
Nika.
なさい、ごめんなさい、ごめんなさい。実は、2学期からうちの学園長が変わるのよ。新学園長は、風見学園を抜本的に改革するって。
Oh, that's the planning. Kazumi Academy had a tradition of freedom and an educational policy that promoted students' individuality. Oh, is the problem going to be that she's also going to no longer allow scholarships for some retarded reason? Because that literally makes zero fucking sense. Them taking, they're like no longer doing the scholarship thing being the thing that makes no sense. Like that, if they shut down the scholarship program, that would just fuck the school, really. I was gonna change.
うちは進学率は落ちてるし、クラブでも大きな実績がないでしょ。少子化で生徒数も減ってるし、このままってわけにはいかなくなったの。だからって突然すぎよ。そうですそうです、応募です。ごめんなさいごめんなさいごめんなさいごめんなさい。
Nita was still new and apologized like crazy, seemingly intimidated by the overwhelming pressure the pair of young students exerted. How pitiful. Both of you settle down! This isn't Nita's fault. Calm them both down.
理由をもっと詳しくお願いします。私も詳細な意見を求めます。
They both finally chilled out and returned to their seats.
実はね。
Since it began her awkward explanation. Kazumi Academy had, in spite of its municipality, various extracurriculars that other schools didn't. This was to become an academy capable of becoming the foundation upon which talented individuals could be fostered, apparently. The academy was symbolic to Kazami City, one where they spared no expense when it came to education. However, circumstances have changed.
予算が大幅に削減された？そうなんですか？ええ。去年税収が大きく減っちゃったらしくて、それで学園を存続させるために 外部の教育アドバイザーに学園の立て直しを依頼したの。
That person's the new headmaster.
そうよ。抜本的改革とは何をするんですか？まずは成績別のクラス編成。成績のいい生徒とそうでない生徒は違うカリキュラムになります。ちょっと待ってよ。それじゃあ今のクラスはなくなります。2学期からは新しいクラスに変わるの。そんな、せっかく皆さんと仲良くなったのに。
Kashima bit her lip. What's disappointed too. Kashima, Kagarazaka, and even Hibiki in my current class. We don't need to wind up in a different class
あ
from
と
them.
部活動は実績のないところは廃部になるわ。
I mean, then, quite frankly, the volunteer club shouldn't be disbanded. Like, have accomplishments, like nothing in the way of like big competitions or anything, but they are actively helping the community. They are bettering the fucking image of the school by helping out around town out of just the goodness of their fucking hearts. They should be commended, if anything. Like, the fucking activity club being disbanded, entirely valid. All they do is play around. But the volunteer club actively does shit like clean up the beaches and help with the setup of summer festivals. That is actively like community service. And if they say that the school endorses that, that is just going to better their image. If the fucking headmaster shuts that down, that would just be straight stupid. Is that the planning that was happening? Because by God, that's some stupid planning. What would a club have to do for something to be recognized as a noteworthy accomplishment?
そうね。新学園長が決めるから何とも言えないけど、大きな大会に出場したとか、賞を取ったとか。
Again, that is too result. Like, it's not even too result oriented. Like I said, them doing the volunteer stuff literally helps the school improve its image. So there is a clear, feasible result.
うちの学園をいい意味で有名にするようなことだと思うわ。
Exactly. Hence why the fucking volunteer thing shouldn't be shut down logically.
新しい学園長はとにかく有名校にすることにこだわっているから。
If that's the case, then that would only leave mainstream clubs like the baseball or the club or the soccer club. Academy had lots of tiny clubs aside from the active and negative. In the pretext of the school's customer freedom, students had started up one small scale club after another. They are performing a clean sweep of all of them.
応募よ。生徒は学園の宣伝係じゃないわ。そうですよ。派手な実績しか認めないなんてあんまりです。
Miki and Kashima hounded Nitta some more. Again, you two, calm down. There was nothing they could do to change this by yelling at Nitta.
ごめんなさい。すみません。つい。
And afraid things were going, the active and negative would be dissolved in the first term. I was sure we'd all be in separate classes in the second
それ
term.
で、今度は遠野くんに関わるお話なんだけど、
Yes, ma'am. I was also thought Nitta turned towards
さっき
me.
の学園改革の関係でね。本
Right.
当に申し訳ないんだけどね。
Right.
小学生制度もなくなるの。
What? And again, that is just straight up stupid as well. He is literally the best person in his year, and just by shutting down the scholarship thing, they're immediately going to get rid of their best student in that specific year, which means that they are driving down the average. Which, based on what I've heard, Japanese schools are pretty fucking obsessed with. a high average, not with driving down the average. They want to drive it up. Anyways, 978. I first met her early last summer. 863. A week later, she said hello to me with an awkward smile. 755. I asked her a question the following week. What are those numbers for? Those are my youth count. I had no idea what that meant. 606 and 666. Suddenly she vanished. Of course she would vanish on 666.
おいおい、どうすんだよ。うちの部もこのままじゃ廃部だぞ。
俺んとこも特に実績ないし、廃部になるかも。
そんな、せっかく今日まで頑張ってきたのに。なんとかならないの？次のコンクールまでまだあるのに、実績を作れなんて、どうすればいいのよ。
After school, it was announced during homeroom that several clubs would be dissolved due to this academy reformation. It was a hot topic all across campus. That went for our group as well.
はい、全員集まったわね。それでは、行動部とボランティア部合同の緊急会議を始めます。
At school, given recent events, the active and negative decided to have a joint discussion. Ritsu and I were also present. We would lose the place where we belonged should the scholarship program be dissolved after all.
まずは状況を整理して、課題を共有しましょう。学園側は何と言ってきたの？はい、私から説明します。
Ritsu placed a 10-inch tablet on the table. The screen read the key points of Kazami Academy Reformation Project.
その1、学園長が実績がないと判断した部は廃部にする。行動部もボランティア部も対象ですよね。
どっちも賞なんて取ってないしな。
Again, neither has won any awards, yes, but the volunteer club is actively playing a role to improve the public image of the school. Why do I have to continue explaining this? What's her name again? Hold on, let me check what's her name. Let me check what's her name, actually. Hold on. Misaki Nogumi? You a fucking dumb bitch! You're a hella dumb bitch! Fucking stupid! I'm happy you don't have a route! Actually, no, never mind. I would still cap that, but that's beside the point. You're still a dumb bitch. Fucking stupid. Idiot. Dumb. Brother, ew. Brother, ew. I don't know why I'm suddenly doing that. I blame RT game.
その2、成績別クラス編成と小学生制度の撤廃。進学率を上げるために優秀な生徒は別カリキュラムにして、そして費用削減のために小学生制度。
Itsu's voice got quieter as she read aloud. That made sense, as two bullet points would have a huge direct influence on our lifestyles.
当の先輩と律は小学生でしたよね。
Yep.
今後はどうなるんですか？私は先生からとにかく親族の方と相談してみてって。
Wasn't like the academy itself was trying to push us out. It would go to any adult we could trust for assistance. They were willing to recommend me to another academy with a scholarship program.
遠野くんの成績なら推薦も難しい話ではないんでしょうね。
Unfortunately, it's a boarding school outside of the prefecture, and I would only be exempt from paying tuition. So, hypothetically, assume Ritsu would transfer with me. If we lived separately in the male and the female dorms, it would come with excessive living expenses. We need to consider the cost of moving as well. It's possible we would just barely scrape by. Our financial situation was looking quite dire. We could take a temporary leave of absence.
そんなダメだよ。お兄ちゃんだけ働くつもりでしょ。そんなの私絶対に嫌だよ。りっちゃん。
Judging by her change of voice, she was close to breaking down into tears.
私も絶対嫌。断固反対よ。せっかくここに戻ってきたのに、今度は優がいなくなっちゃうなんて。私 絶対に認めないわ。
私たちより当の兄弟の方が深刻ね。
Kaido wore a stern expression, as reckless as she could be when it came to Hibiki. She really was a nice and serious person at her core. She genuinely seemed worried about us.
ねえ当の相談なんだけど、
What is it?
なんとか学園の改革を阻止できない？
Huh?
ここにいる全員が困っている原因は全て新学園長の改革案でしょ。それさえご破産になれば私たちの生活は今まで通りよ。新学園長に考えを改めてさえもらえれば。
I agree with what you're saying, but it's true that if we made that happen, all of the worries would disappear. But even hear us out, though. Didn't even know who the new headmaster was yet.
でも俺たちがどうやって説得するんですか、カイドウ先輩。行動部もボランティア部も今後派手な実績なんて作れそうもないんですよ。
そうです。そもそも新学園長の結果重視の考え方が私たちと相反してます。私は自由な校風の風見学園のままがいいんです。そうよ、鹿島さんの言う通りだわ。新学園長の方針通りの学園になったら私がここに転校してきた意味がなくなっちゃう。そんなのダメよ。私はユウとアクティブでいっぱい遊びたいんだから。
Hibiki rose from her seat and tugged at my right hand.
小日向さんと初めて意見があった気がします。そうかもね。でも優しい遠野くんはボランティア部の方が向いてます。
Kashima stood up and grabbed my left hand.
ユウ、私の方がいいわよね。遠野くん、私ですよね。
The two girls pulled me from both sides. Hey, wait, both of you come down!
なんでよ。幼馴染の私より鹿島さんのがいいって言うの？幼馴染とかそういうしがらみを持ち出すのはずるいです。
Neither would let me go.
しおりも手伝ってユウをこっちに引き寄せるのよ。小日向先輩がそう言うなら。
Hibiki looked at me.
遠野先輩、アクティブに入ってください。
Shouldn't we focus on preventing the club from being dissolved first? This isn't the time for infighting between clubs.
ごもっともです。
Hibiki firmly nodded.
小日向先輩、失敗しました。あんたね。
Hibiki's shoulders drooped with the disappointment at Hidagi's poor resolve. You're both small clubs to begin with. Help each other out and work together.
それは無理があるぜ。活動内容が違いすぎる。
You need to reach a compromise. I suggest a mature choice.
はあ？ネガティブとアクティブがどう歩み寄るのよ。
Hibiki eyed me dubiously.
うちの方針はみんなで楽しく遊んで青春すること。私たちの方針はみんなで困っている人を助け、共に素晴らしい青春を送ることです。
The youth part is the only point you both match up on. Huh? Whatever. Otherwise, they were like water and oil.
遊びと奉仕では活動方針が違いすぎます。無理です。それについては私も同意見よ。
Hibiki and Kashima glared at each other with me in the middle. They maintained the grip on my hands.
待って二人とも、このまま揉めていても共倒れよ。さらには当の兄弟も小学生資格を失う。それが一番良くないわ。それはわかるでしょ。
Kaido, the most senior among us, made an argument to them both. You know, she's improving herself already. She is literally, for once, seeing bad shit happen, like legitimately bad shit. Like earlier, it was just kind of like, oh yeah, let's play around, try to pull the main character to the active. Now there's an actual serious situation, and she is locked the fuck in. Like, Hibiki is trying to be, like, still selfish. Like, oh, no, he's gonna join the active. We're not gonna get along. No! Cut that shit out. There's more serious things happening. The voice was quiet and chiding.
それはそうですけど。
They both finally seemed to calm down.
じゃあカイドウ先輩はどうしたらいいと思うんすか？
当の
Her face tensed up as she looked at me. Yes. Her tone prompted me to straighten my back in my seat.
一時的でいいから私たちのリーダーになってくれない？
Huh?
目的が同じならアクティブとボランティア部が一緒に行動した方がいい。
And he is
その
the
ために
only...
響でも鹿島でもないリーダーが必要よ。
And he is the only neutral party here. Which is when he turned to me.
当のは昔から人の心の機微を読める男だったわ。あんたは昔から頭がいい。それにバイトで多くの大人たちと接して世間知もある。 私たち全員あんたの指示に従うから、改革案を撤回させる方法を考えてみてくれない？
I'm surprised Picato's unmeritedly high appraisal of me. She had a higher opinion of me than I realized. But hold on a second. Do you really think I could handle something like that on my own?
そうね。遠野だけに押し付けるのは良くないわね。遠野はみんなの意見をまとめて最善の案を考えてくれればいいわ。私たちは私たちで改革を阻止する案を考える。それならどう？
You're really sure that's what you want?
あんたしかいないのよ。
You know, both the active and volunteer collective will be abolished if I fail, right?
その時は仕方ないわね。素直に進学園長に従うわ。みんな、それでどう？響も鹿島も、とりあえず遠野の取り合いはなしよ。一時休戦して。
Senpai looked around at everyone. She wasn't acting like her usual self. Looking around was both serious and unwavering. Yeah, this was the type of person she was by nature.
そうね。わかったわ。
鹿島もいい？
はい。熱くなってすみませんでした。
Both club presidents buried the hatchet. They simultaneously relinquished their hold of my hands.
そういうことで、今日はお開きにしよう。みんなで立ち向かえば、きっといい方法が見つかるわ。遠野、みんなをまとめてね。
Roger Senpai, thank you very much. Didn't think you had that much faith in me.
別に客観的事実を言っただけよ。それよりバイトの時間は大丈夫？
Oh yeah, it's gonna be that. It's getting to be that time, so excuse me. Stood up and left the club room.
最後は遠野先輩に委ねられるのですね。お兄ちゃん、どうするのかな。言うならきっとやってくれるわ。
Like he just walks out the door, closes the door behind him. Well, I only have a solution ready.
私たちも何かできることがないか考えてみましょう。待つだけの女じゃないわ。私は欲しいものを自分から掴み取りに行く。その上でユウにアクティブにも入ってもらうの。え、小日向さん、一時休戦するのでは？だからユウの意思で選んでもらえるようにするの。うちの部の良さをアピールするだけよ。それならいいでしょ、ナギ。
まあ、揉めずに無理強いでないのなら。
ならうちだって負けてません。遠野くんにこれまで以上にうちの部を押します。猛プッシュ、いえ、倍プッシュです。
Um?
だ、ユウは絶対私を選ぶわ。あらあら、その言葉をそっくりお返しし。女の戦いが始まりましたね。
怖え。やっぱ女怖え。
Alright. What to do? After splitting up the others, I took a seat on the bench and alone before work. The active and the negative. Both would cease to exist if I failed. That's not good. That's coming off. I don't think it's supposed to come off. Not to mention that Itsu and I wouldn't be able to keep up our current lifestyle anymore. It would also mean that we won't be able to hang out together anymore. Didn't want that. Just feel I could care less about all this youth stuff. Say goodbye to friends. It's more to be separated in this way. It's just... Give me a break. Pain of sudden separation. That was something I'd known since my childhood. Didn't want the others to experience that same level of grief. But yet I didn't want to go through that again either. Senpai! As soon as I hear someone call out to me from behind, and I feel a pair of arms encircle my neck.
お久しぶりっすね。
I shouted as she constricted my windpipe.
そうっすよ。当の先輩の愛しい後輩の聖キッカっす。もしかして自分のこと忘れてたんすか？相変わらず先輩は釣れないっすね。もっと自分の愛を感じてほしいっす。
Hibiki ran her mouth rapid fire and hugged even tighter. Once more, she was strangling me. Struggle. Tried desperately to get out of Hiji's stranglehold.
先輩、何暴れてるんすか？はい、どう？あと、滑舌超悪いっすね。
Tapped Hiji's arms to get my attention across.
ああ、そういうことっすか。でも自分は、もうちょっと先輩臭を堪能したいんで、あえてこのままで。あー、くんくん。先輩の匂い、癒されるっす。このかすかに感じる汗がたまんないっすね。青春臭っす。くんくんくん。
Stop it! This is supposed to be a pure love game. Lay off of the sexual assault with me as the victim. There's something totally off about this. I demand a stand-in. Also, I'm gonna probably end the part after this scene. I was not supposed to record today anyways. I've just randomly decided to record because out of boredom. So, I was gonna keep it short anyways.
大丈夫っすか？
I thought it was a goner. Sat on the bench and let out heavy breaths when she finally released me from her grasp. She nearly sent me to Nirvana.
ごめんっす先輩。当の先輩が苦しんでる表情が可愛くて、つい。
How big of a sadist are you? Don't tee me! She giggled without a single shred of shame.
せっかく自分が来たのに、当の先輩が黄昏てるんで。ちょっとお茶目したっす。
Definitely gonna kill someone someday without meaning to. Shouted at the phone.
元気づけるつもりだったんすよ、マジで。
If that's what you were after, you could talk to me like a normal person.
女の子に抱きつかれた方が男子嬉しいんじゃないっすか？
Isn't it more like a stranglehold than a hug in your case? Keep that strength of yours in check.
優しくギュッとしてってことっすか？
If you're gonna hug me, then gentle would be best.
先輩やらしい。いいっすよ、先輩なら特別に。どうぞっす。
She'd open her arms wide and welcome me.
これで今夜の先輩のおかずは自分で決まりっすね。
I cannot do that! Oh, some the girl should say. Anyway, where have you been lately? It's the first time I've spoken to her since we switched our summer uniforms.
ああ、まあ、自分もいろいろあるんすよ。
What does a lot mean?
それは乙女の秘密っすね。
If really a lady gonna start acting like it. What sort of lady would put you in a headlock the second she sees you? So, what were you up to?
ですから、乙女のトップシークレットっすよ。
That's human nature to want to expose some being kept hidden from you.
いやーん、そんな強引になんて先輩のエッチ。あ、その目いいっす。ゾクゾクしてたまんないっす。
Maybe she's not a sadist, but a masochist. Easily twisted her body in place. Something else.
当の先輩、なんでそんなに自分のこと詮索するんすか？あ、わかったっす。
She put their hands together. There was no way this would be any good. Be anything good.
さては先輩、自分に惚れたんすね。
As if I'd fall for you, moron!
なんで秒速で否定するんすか？自分の乙女心傷ついたっす。
In what universe are you a damsel?
もしかして、もともとは乙女は男のことを指してたって言いたいんすか？だから自分は乙女じゃないって言うんすか？
Not even close. Let's start spouting lies and acting like they're plausible. I was always like this when we were together. I didn't know much about Kikka Hijiri. That's the old date on her. Other than she was 1 year younger than me.
で、話戻しますけど、どうして黄昏てたんすか？話聞きますよ、自分。
I don't think telling you will help anything.
いやいや、こう見えて自分頼りになるっすよ。
Oh yeah, I had my extreme doubts. Is it in there anything to tell her? It was something you died. That explains the situation, Hijiri.
なるほど。それはなかなかきついっすね。急に渋くなりましたね、この学園。何かあったんすかね。
It is city run. Would be a serious financial trouble due to they could be in serious financial trouble due to loss of revenue.
観光客減ってるんすかね。自分あんまりわかんないっすけど。
I haven't read anything like that. Cosby City shouldn't have been going through any particular economic difficulties. Does that mean the financial struggles were a lie? I mean it was simply the city changed their educational policies. Otherwise, I couldn't fathom why they would lie about that. Is there any benefit to deceiving us?
それで、どうするつもりなんすか、先輩。
We blunt have no idea yet.
それは言い換えれば、いずれは何とかするってことっすね。
If I can, anyway. Plan to do everything I could. For my sake and for my friends.
一つ、提案があるっす。
Lay it on me.
先輩が問題を解決した後に、
Was this solve my problem?
タイプの女子のいる部に入部すればいいっす。
Where's this coming from?
もしかしたら感謝されて付き合えるかもしれないっすよ。
She laughed a nasty nee-hee-hee to herself. You're so impure.
男子ならごく当たり前の発想っす。
You underestimate men too much. Not all men want girlfriends. I didn't have the time to spare for romance.
先輩、逃げちゃダメっすよ。覚悟して、先輩もそろそろ青春するっす。
Usually poked my cheek with her index finger. Left well enough alone as this has happened all the time. Remember what I told you before? I don't have the free time or money for that.
なんなら、お金自分が出しましょうか。
Huh? Couldn't help but shout at her surprising
自
proposal.
分ち金だけはあるんで。
Your family's well
こ
off?
の封筒に10万入ってるっす。
Ichiji took out a manila envelope and flapped it in the air to further emphasize her point.
これで自分に先輩を売ってくださいっす。パパ活ならぬ後輩活ってことで。
What the hell was that supposed to be? Sell myself. Why?
この夏、自分と青春してほしいっす。
An awfully vague request. Put it in slightly more concrete terms.
そんなこと、女の自分の口からは恥ずかしくて。
Ichiji's cheeks slightly flushed.
もう先輩、いやらしいっすね。
Smacked you on the shoulder so hard it hurt. Aren't you the naughty one here? What's this underclassman girl even thinking? Anyway, put the envelope away.
自分と青春するのダメっすか？今みたいにたまに会って話してくれればいいだけっすけど。
That's not something you try to buy with money. But I should say I don't mind doing that much for free.
でも自分、先輩助けたいっす。
Sentiment's plenty. Besides, I don't like talking with you either. You and I are equals. I don't want money to get in the way of that. I turned away from Hichiri when I said that. I was kind of embarrassed.
そうっすか。わかりました。自分が間違ってたっす。
Get it right? I was relieved.
次は20万包んでくれっす。
You don't get it at all!
冗談っすよ、冗談。
He smacked his shoulder again. It hurts! Which really in a little.
すいません。自分その辺苦手で。
Don't just say that you're bad at some. Learn from your mistakes.
先輩で学ぶっす。
Really? It was a lost cause.
じゃあ、自分そろそろ行くっす。先輩と久しぶりに話せて楽しかったっす。
Oh, wait. Today's today. Tell me what class you're... Hey, she's gone already! She got away from me again. My girl was incredibly elusive. She left behind a single bird. Once again, there was a blue origami crane on the bench. A number was written on its wing with rounded handwriting. 659. The youth counter. What a weird game. Took the crane in hand and stood up. It was then that I realized I was in a significantly better mood. Time to head to work. let's go to the 1 hour mark at least. Welcome, I will show you to your seat. Today was the first afternoon shift in a while. Thank you very much. We look forward to your next visit. Although the recent news about the academy weighed heavily on my mind, I had to focus on my work, plotted out an efficient workflow, and served customers with an eloquent smile from beginning to end.
かっこいいお兄ちゃん。ひなちゃんまた来たよ。
Head pets.
この子がどうしてもあなたに会いたいって。
Hina and her mom both waved to me. Thank you very much, I'm honored. Here's a ticket for a free dessert. Please be sure to use it. I gave my tiny customer a polite bow and handed her the ticket.
お兄ちゃんからのプレゼント。
まあ、すみません。
No. Thank you for your continued patronage. Eat lots of yummy food with your mom, okay, Hina? Now then, please wait just a moment. Gave them the largest, most brilliant smile I could muster. Several customers approached me in the
当の
meantime.
チーフ目当てのお客さんがあんなに。
すごいでしょう。実は遠野くんがいる日といない日で売り上げが2割は違うんだよね。
マジですか？やばいですね、当のチーフ。
Holy shit. Are you sure this man's house isn't a fucking shrine dedicated to financial prosperity? Because it fucking seems like he's a god of that.
ああ、彼には確実に接客の才能があるよ。
うちの店のアイドルですね。
彼は得難い人材だよ。はあ、本当に素晴らしい。
Manager, can I talk to you for a minute?
何？何でも言ってみて。
During our break, I was in a break room alone with the manager. Through caution to the wind and asked for advice on the, what? The suspension of the scholarship program.
遠野くんが転校！それも県外！
Well, it's not completely set in stone, but that is the worst case scenario.
そうなると、うちのアルバイトは
We'll have to come to an end. I've been working at this establishment for the last year and a half. I got along well with the other staff, and the manager was a good-natured guy. Even if he got a bit too fired up about idols from time to time. Still, I've genuinely rather keep working here.
わかった。県外からの交通費は全額出そう。
But I'm pretty sure our current regulations could go as high as 10,000 yen.
そんな規定より遠野くんの方が大事だよ。なんなら、さらに時給も上積みして。
No. I appreciate the sentiment. That wasn't all feasible. Working hours would drop drastically and it would ultimately be a loss for the restaurant. The stamina wouldn't hold out either. Thank you very much, sir. Certainly appreciate the gesture. If things do turn out that well, I'll make sure to pass on the baton properly.
いやいや、そういう問題じゃなくてね。貴重な2割が。
20%? This is about 20%.
うん、それはこっちの話で。
Better not let him know or he's gonna demand another raise.
それより、なんとか続ける方向で考え直してくれない？
Well, it's easy said than done.
当のチーフ、ご指名のお客様が。
I was going to elaborate further on the topic until my coworker Murakami walked in. I've said this before, but we don't have that kind of system
チ
here.
ーフのお友達だそうですが。
Friend, no Shinji again. Shinji hates women, so you can just send one of the other male staff members. I need to prioritize my conversation with the
いえ、
manager.
女性のお友達です。
Ah,
綺
female.
麗な方ですよ。チーフも隅に置けませんね。
Nothing like that. Could it be
遠野く
though?
ん、言ってあげてよ。話は後で。いつでも時間作るから。
Sorry about this after my shift then. I got up from my chair. I hope I could bail as quickly as possible.
お邪魔してるわよ、遠野。
You know what, I'm gonna leave it up here. Like she has improved a lot in my rankings today. Like she actually has shown that when it counts, she will put on pants. Which I can appreciate. So right now, like, Hibiki's also got slightly better. But not as much as Nagiko. Like, if here is the line of I'm about the character, Nagiko's like here now, while Hibiki's like literally right above, like right on it, if slightly below or above. I'm not sure yet. Maybe I'll figure out by tomorrow. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this one, and see you next time. Bye-bye. Actually, you know what? I'm probably not even gonna upload this on Monday. I'll probably just treat this as the Sunday recording, so it's gonna be the Tuesday upload, because the stream is gonna be uploaded. Stream just exists once it's done streaming. But yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this one. See you next time. Bye-bye.